Nobody want to fight Triple G?
Sorry, D. I know you wanted it.
Yeah, and I took off. Bitches.
More hard hitting than a Lance Stevenson smack across the head of LeBron James. It's the Flex Zone on WBGR. Oh, we're live, we're lit, and we're ready. That red light's on. That means it's go time in the man cave in the Plus Studios of WBGR. It's the Flex Zone, the only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. We're live on that Facebook page, as I said. Follow, comment on Twitter and Instagram, and thank you all for watching on the Facebook at the Flex Zone 1. Questions, ideas, want to be a guest up here with the man cave, talk a little sports. You always can. Send that email over to theflexzone1@gmail.com. You can also call in 301-429-WBGR. We're live on that WBGR sports page as well. Shout out to the home team. And we can't forget the YouTube. Like, subscribe, stream, share it. It's the Flex Zone Podcast on YouTube. And as I say every week, can't do the show alone. Takes a team. And speaking of that YouTube, the man who helped out with the YouTube big time, the uncle himself. He got his belt on tonight. Uncle Raj.
What's going on, Byron? What's going on, fellas? Hello out there, world. We're ready to do this show, ready to have a successful show. Let's get it popping. You always can catch me at Roger Lee Herring on Facebook, and you can catch me on Instagram at Herring Moore.
Well, in the two-hole, your friendly neighborhood D, Diodamus, walking back D.
Well, it's cold out there, man. Canceling baseball games. Summer's here one day, winter's back the next. It don't know what it's going to be, but we know the Flex Zone is always here on Monday nights at 10 p.m. And check out the Twitter, the Flex Zone 1, and also my Twitter, DodgeSportingNet. Got some good stuff. We got some things coming up at you soon, so check it out. And check out that YouTube page, too.
Couldn't have said it better myself. The man to my right. Oh, he's always lit. And he's always telling you if it's goofy. And look at that shirt, by the way. Go ahead and show the people at home, man. You flexing on him, man.
You're killing me, Smalls. I feel like I'm be saying that a lot. I think this is my new phrase for the
25 years, you were saying?
25 years old. I'm 27. Sandlot is a throwback, man. Love it. Absolutely love Sandlot. But Crevonte here. CREVONTE HURDE. It's Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Crevonte_Herd. I feel like I haven't done that in a while.
You should do that more often. Best shirts in the game.
Oh, yeah.
Got some more merch coming. Goofy brand. Last but not least.
I'm going to make sure y'all see this one day.
Last but not least. He doesn't raise the bar. He is the bar. It's the patriarch of the Flex Zone. Oh, we going to hype him up, baby. Because he got on a shirt. It's all about faith. And it's Dre. LaAndre Melton.
Let me first stand up. This is the shirt courtesy of my sister Kelly Avett. So had to rock it on the Flex Zone for you. But this your boy Drizzy Dre, Mr. One and Only. Everything you wish you could be in every woman's dream. Yes, I am all the above. And Andre Melton on Facebook. Andre 1A Melton is how you can find me through Gmail.
He don't even know his real name.
And on Twitter as well. And then what? Oh, Black American Dream on IG.
You don't know?
I got so many aliases that I never
can't
forgot.
keep up with him.
The man of 1,000 nicknames.
You're right, the man of 1,000.
I don't know who told him that.
It
But,
really is 1,000. And speaking of another week, we're going to start with This Week in Sports. And Crevonte, more wrestling for you.
Dang it, I'm not
Yes.
here. I'm out of here.
Come on, do it with me, baby. Yes.
Get off me.
Yes.
Get off me.
Yes.
Yes!
No.
Yes!
No.
You know you like Sasha Banks earlier. We was watching that
Listen,
match.
man. I didn't see enough of her. That's the problem.
And she got beat up.
Well,
What are we talking about? What goofiness?
I'll start with you, Dre.
What goofiness are we talking
And you
about?
can hop in, Crevonte, as you see fit.
Sure.
The Andre the Giant documentary, one of the most anticipated documentaries, done by HBO Sports.
Man, when I tell you a documentary, goodness gracious, man, they are doing. The sports world is being treated very goodly with these documentaries that have been coming up recently. ESPN has done a good job with the 30 for 30s, but HBO really did a great, magnificent job telling the story of Andre the Giant. Some things that I didn't know about Andre the Giant, such as he had a daughter. Never knew that. They went into detail about his family, where he's from. They took you through his wrestling career, and even to the untimely death of him during his WWE career. I really liked the interviews that they had, the people that they had with Hulk Hogan, Ric Flair, some of his rivalries over the years, and the story behind WrestleMania 3, the iconic moment. I think that's the first iconic moment that we all, as wrestling fans, think about when we think about professional wrestling. I mean, they had WrestleManias 1 and 2, but 3 is the one that really set WrestleMania and took the WWF to a whole nother level. And Andre was really a part of that and very instrumental and forward thinking for the business as wrestling as we know it today.
No, I think the documentary, Dre's point, was very educational. It was very good. Seen a lot of stuff from Andre, like when he was earlier in his life, when he was still in over there in France, and then when he came over, went through a lot of territories, which you don't really expect. It made sense though, because you can't stay in one spot and really get over, since he was an attraction. So he went everywhere. Kind of came to the WWF in the late 70s and 80s, and just seeing his relationship with Vince McMahon, kind of, not saying he wanted to break down at the end, but you kind of tell that him and Andre had a relationship that was special, and then Andre maybe felt at the end of it that he was.
Was he thinking about all the money he could have still made today?
I think so, part of that, and you had, like I said, Jerry King Lawler was on there, Hogan was talking, and you had a couple other first, Dave Meltzer and David Shoemaker, prominent wrestling journalists. So it was a good documentary.
I was actually surprised that Dave was on there.
I wasn't surprised.
Being that, the history that people talk about, he's not a reliable source like that, but I mean, he gave great insight too, though.
Yeah, he's definitely I would say he's an historian more than a reporter of wrestling, but him, I kind of like what's my other man? I can't think of his name right now. We seen him at when we met Goldberg. I can't think.
It'll come to
Yeah,
us.
it'll come back to him, but he's pretty good too.
Well, hell of a documentary. I enjoyed every bit of it. I didn't know that he was bullied when he was going around touring.
Right.
I never could imagine that a guy that size would be picked on or bullied.
7'4", over 400 pounds.
Sheesh.
I mean, in the ring he was so smooth, and it was just such a shame that he had to die at an early age, because I mean, he helped this business go to another plateau with his feud with Hulk Hogan. And I think me and D had a conversation about Vince McMahon and how Vince sometimes, sometimes when like maybe a wrestler is not, what was it, D?
It was more like if a bad moment happens or something
bad moment happens.
hurts him, he kind of blocks it out real fast. And
exactly, he blocks it out real fast, and then, sometimes they're not on the same page. Well, I never seen Vince, really break down and cry like he did in the Andre the Giant documentary. It showed me a lot about his character. It showed me that he has a lot of growth in him. And if you notice, he's brought back guys like Bret Hart, Ultimate Warrior,
Bruno Sammartino,
Jeff Jarrett. I mean, like all these wrestlers had like some type of a feud with him, but at the end, he always found a way to get him back. But this Andre the Giant in particular, he never got a chance to reconcile his differences with him, and I think that really hurt him inside. But other than that, man, it was a perfect documentary. Hopefully they do more documentaries on wrestlers, and that's all I got to say about that.
Yeah, Bill Apter was that name I was thinking of earlier.
Well, coming up in 2 weeks, what event is it, D? It's so many different names.
What was it, the greatest
The Goofy
Royal
one?
Rumble?
The Goofy event.
The Goofy one.
Goofy
Yes.
event. The greatest Royal Rumble in Saudi Arabia. They must be paying a fortune for this thing, man. They got this thing loaded, bigger than a baked potato at Jimmy Seafood. Boy, I tell you.
Wow.
It's feel like WrestleMania all over.
Jimmy's, cut a check. But
That's
go
right.
ahead.
That's right. But I know we had several matches on here.
The one
We had
got
another one tonight. Jinder Mahal's gonna try to win back the USA belt against Jeff Hardy.
in his native area, I guess.
And,
But
yeah. Oh no, wait a minute.
Chris Jericho, I guess we replaces Rusev in the casket
He
match.
did, and then
versus
Rusev
Undertaker.
is gonna face the Undertaker again. Now we heard that earlier.
So do we get a song?
It's burial time.
Wow.
That's what's gonna happen. He's gonna be digging.
I think the sign is coming up.
He's lucky. Yeah, I don't know if y'all can really see this one. He's dating.
I think Crevonte thinks that was goofy. Dre, are you excited to see this, or are you just like overkill with the Undertaker, or you just?
It sort of is overkill of The Undertaker, but at the same time, I'm very excited to actually see this match. This is a match I've always wanted to see, was curious to see. It being a casket match is going to be definitely a special match. But we've seen The Undertaker at WrestleMania. It was a short match. How is he going to fare in a longer match with somebody the caliber of Rusev and his physicality?
So what is the casket match?
Explain the casket match.
The casket match is pretty much a match. Anything goes. Your object is to put your opponent inside of a casket
And close
That's
the
the
casket.
and close the lid shut.
And they will.
Rest in peace.
Well, luckily he's not getting buried along with it. But yeah, that's
It's
the
been an
premises of a
Undertaker
casket
specialty
match.
since 1991.
So he's always involved.
Just about.
Just-
It's been a handful. He hasn't been involved.
Same
but
thing with the
he's been involved in the
Undertaker
majority.
specialty matches are casket matches, buried alive matches, and Hell in a Cell.
Hell in a Cell was, but
He's honestly like the king of those matches.
everybody in the Hell in a Cell nowadays.
Would you watch this?
You know what? It is intriguing
Yes.
to put a whole grown person inside of a box and close it. That does sound intriguing, but
And they made the box comfortable for the person too. Ain't like it's they jazz it up. Let's put it like that. They
So they
jazz
make
it
it
up.
It
welcoming.
doesn't make it any better. It doesn't make it any better.
So they make it welcoming.
Nice and plush.
Yeah.
Is it welcoming to go into this casket?
I mean, hey, remember that big one Dre they had for Mark Henry, man? He looked kind of comfortable in there, didn't he? When he went up in there
Because
wrestling Troy
it's a long way from the ones that Yokozuna and them went.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Now it was double. In the
that's-
words of Paul Bear, double deep, double wide casket.
That was probably my favorite casket match, was the Yokozuna one with Chuck Norris. Yeah, Chuck Norris was.
Yeah, Chuck Norris.
Get out of here.
He's kicking people butt.
And he kicked Hall of
course.
Famer
Jeff-
Jeff Jarrett.
Double J, Jeff there.
I mean, it was
something to see.
it was a sight to see.
So D, for the people out there, because we probably won't talk about it specifically on the show. What time does it
We
start?
won't.
When can they watch it?
On the East Coast here, it's going to be noon Eastern time next Friday. So it'll probably be like a 3.5 hour, 4 hour event, I would probably guess. And you can always watch it on demand on the WWE Network.
So you telling
First
me?
month free.
So you telling me grown
$9.99.
folks? So you
It is
telling
not.
me grown folks about to take off work?
Oh Lord!
Well, I'm already off that day.
He doesn't help.
It ain't for that.
That's
no.
right. Tell them
It
why
ain't
you
for that.
are.
I'm off to go see Infinity War.
We will be there.
We will be there, and I can't wait.
All the goofiness.
And I'll be there week after.
No, I'm with D. I don't do crowds.
Nah.
I'm definitely
Too
with
many
D.
for me.
But we will be there. We will give our recap on the show. But anyway, the WrestleMania is coming past. The Raw after WrestleMania was 2 thumbs up. It wasn't NyQuil.
No, it wasn't NyQuil, no doubt about it. I will say this. I thought it was just too many between returns and appearances of new people. Thought he could have condensed it down a little bit with the shake-up coming tonight in the mall. But overall, it was good. It was good to see Lashley back. Good to see Jeff Hardy back.
Not the headband.
Yeah, the headband. It was good to see Ember Moon on Raw. SmackDown didn't really have too many, I guess, Paige.
Your girl cashed in the Money in the Bank.
And
I'm about to say
the two other
that-
chicks, with Carmella's cashing in the Money in the Bank.
That was probably my favorite moment.
And quickly, Dre, I don't want to cut you off, but to Raw's credit, we've seen this is the third female matchup tonight, man.
I like it.
It's pretty good, seeing a lot of diversity.
I like it.
A lot of diversity, I see.
I like it.
my
I like it.
my favorite return was probably Bobby Lashley, without a shadow of a doubt. But my favorite moment thus far was definitely Carmella cashing in that Money in the Bank contract and the beatdown. I love Charlotte Flair, but Roger knows I just enjoy a good old
enjoy.
butt whooping.
Yeah,
I mean, me and you both do.
And when somebody that's why I love the Attitude Era, because it was nothing like somebody getting their behind whooped and then
Or the first Daniel Bryan era also.
No, you need to
Oh,
stop.
boy.
Hey,
no,
I'm just saying.
well, the beatdown that Charlotte took was
She took one.
classic Daniel Bryan style.
You took one, boy.
And real quick, Daniel Bryan and AJ Styles went at it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
That was
Yeah,
not a
Jay
bad
White.
match.
And how about Nakamura though, man? No speak English.
Oh boy.
All of a sudden
That
he's a
was
heel.
funny.
he sold it, and he beat on AJ Styles too.
That's right. You beat them all down.
SmackDown was so good
Give
with
him that
just,
wank
with
back.
just everybody getting beat down.
Does this mean Talking Smack is coming back?
No.
Oh, it's
No,
gone?
Talking Smack is definitely not
Benny-
coming back.
no.
The two are merging together as far as pay-per-views, and Vince already doesn't care for too much for that. I guess that's why your boy is coming to the network.
This is what I know it's not on the paper. This is
That's right.
interesting.
You break it down, D.
Break
My
it
boy,
down.
Conrad. We need you on the show, man.
Who?
Holla at us.
Who?
My man, Conrad Thompson, baby.
It's one of these
Hey,
boys. That's all that matters.
Look.
one of
And-
these
and Dre-
boys?
And Dre would like because he likes
Yeah.
Alabama. He likes Alabama.
Oh,
so.
he likes Alabama.
You know, I gotta give him a roll tide, baby.
Yo, he would love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
He would love
Yeah.
that.
You know what, Dre? We haven't had a roll tide in a minute.
Because we
You
don't
know
need
what?
one. Because we don't.
You
need
give
one.
him a roll tide.
you don't
goddamn.
have to.
You give a roll tide for Saint Nick, and you gonna keep rolling, brother.
You know what? And then the whistle blew.
We gonna work on the timer. We gonna work on the timer with
Yeah.
that. We gonna get that down.
Yeah, we gonna get that
We
down.
I
gonna
just
work
wanted
on
a
the
roll
timer.
tide,
we
but
gonna do better.
Yeah, we're gonna do better on
It's
this.
a work in progress out there, folks. But Superstar Shakeup. Quick thoughts, real quick, as we wind down the segment. I know D, you've been watching.
Let's just see what they're gonna do with the USA title is on Raw for the second time again in approximately a year. I'm assuming that Seth Rollins gonna move to SmackDown, so that belt.
What should
I see
happen?
about-
He should be on SmackDown.
I like the move agenda going to Raw and his reincarnation, as they would
Well,
say.
hopefully he's
With
used
the help of
the
Roger?
right way.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think he will. Vince is really into him. I think he'd be fine. Him and Jeff Hardy's a good worker. If you notice, certain guys that don't, I ain't gonna say traditionally don't do as well. They usually put them against good workers. We've seen Goldberg in the past with Christian in his first run. We've seen other guys in the past put against good workers and wrestlers, kind of mask their weakness.
Sure.
As Paul Heyman always saying, accentuate the positives, hide the negatives.
Raj, anything you want to see with the shakeup?
I want to see AJ Styles on Raw.
You just so dead set.
no.
I just want to see him. I just want to see him some real competition, man. I mean, he's been carrying SmackDown for the last year and a half to 2 years, and I just want to see something different with him.
I mean,
I do. I really do.
I
Don't be
feel
shot
you.
next year.
I
Maybe
fe-
next year.
I feel you that it would be cool to see it, but I mean, it's just something special about when he says, "This is the house that AJ Styles built." Like, I love that.
Yeah,
man.
me too.
I mean,
To be the patriarch on a show, like, to me, I personally love it. Bring those, if you want competition, bring them over to SmackDown. That's how I kind of feel about SmackDown.
I wouldn't mind seeing Roman Reigns go to SmackDown either, though.
I would love to see
I don't
that
think that's
too.
gonna happen either.
But for me, I thought that maybe having Charlotte back on Raw would be good. But I mean, after now you have the iconic, what the Iconics.
Yeah, the Iconics, I guess, with the two eyes.
I'm curious to see how this feud goes. Carmella cashing in her Money in the Bank contract. Maybe you bring somebody over SmackDown like a Bailey. Shake it up a little bit. The Miz on SmackDown.
Yeah,
I
Miz
think-
going back to SmackDown.
back.
I think keep Daniel Bryan on Raw, so that way we can see.
Ronda Rousey's on Raw tonight, so that's
So that way we can
Right
see.
now.
So that way we can see. Well, somebody's getting beat down right now. I don't know who
Is that
it is.
Natalia?
Natalia's on Raw.
Yeah, with the help of
But-
Rousey coming to pick up.
But
Could she be turning face?
look,
think she is a
I just
face.
want to see more beatdowns. But,
Just more beatdowns
Of
from her.
course.
There you go.
So
More
does Braun
beatdowns.
Strowman get moved, or does he get the belt?
Oh no, Braun staying on
no,
Raw.
no, Braun staying on
Get that man the belt before
But
the end of the year.
I'm gonna say one prediction though. Colin Cassidy. Well, that name sound familiar because he's Big Cass. I think he'll be going to SmackDown, and that should help. I think that'll help things out on there.
And Crevonte, as we end the segment, you can see Ronda Rousey beat down somebody.
Let's go. Oh, snap.
This is
Yeah.
Crevonte. This is how he was at Jimmy's, folks.
Yeah, like I said, it props to Raw to having 3 women's segments tonight, man.
And
Props to
capping it off with Rousey
And I think all three's been pretty good.
Beautiful. And she's not even in a proper attire.
with the leather
She
jacket.
came up there with a leather jacket on.
now I do have to ask y'all: does Asuka stay on Raw or
No,
she goes to SmackDown?
I think
She
Asuka
moves
do.
to SmackDown.
I think Asuka do go to SmackDown.
Do we get a rematch, Charlotte and Oscar?
I think eventually it'll be down the road.
I think so too.
Because I thought even Naomi and Natalia would move to Raw. I wasn't sure which one because they usually try to keep married couples together. So the Usos going to move, then Naomi was going to move too. But Natalia on Raw, I like that move. It's a good fresh start for her. Fresh matchup.
It is, and I think maybe keeping Naomi on SmackDown for the time being, maybe the best move. Same thing with the Usos.
Yeah.
I think that some people just kind of
Stay in their lane.
have you don't want to hurt people when
Right.
they're peaking, and I think it hurt the Miz to move from SmackDown to Raw when he was peaking at the right time.
Exactly.
But I think he kept himself on Raw well. I don't think he
No,
lost.
So he didn't move down, but he wasn't. But on
like-
SmackDown, he was able to do more.
yeah,
And
he was more of a main
pushing towards a title run type of ordeal, and I think that him being back on SmackDown, Daniel Bryan, and then possibly talking smack coming back will all help people. Somebody like the Miz.
Very, very quickly now. I know segment's on. So will Roman Reigns win the title in Saudi Arabia against Brock
Hell
Lesnar?
no.
Yes.
I think so too.
He will.
I think he will.
At the bingo hall, I mean the Saudi
Oh
hall.
no! Wait a minute.
Ha!
No, I don't think. I don't think.
See the thing with a cage match, you don't have to get pinned to lose, so he can jump. Okay.
Man, the people can't see. What is? Explain what's going on.
Corbin could be coming to Raw. They got a little package.
You hear that, Dwayne? Corbin could be coming to Raw.
Yes, we're still sold on Corbin, Dwayne.
You are. I ain't. But anyway.
Well, no, we are sold on. Our next segment, we'll be talking mock draft. But not only mock draft, we'll talk about those local teams. We'll slide them. We'll pick apart what the heck they're doing wrong and talk about how cheap they are with their coupon books on the Flex Zone. Take a quick break. The rest of the crew will stay up here too. We'll be right back.
You gotta move this over. You're killing me.
We're back on the Flex Zone, as you can see. Always an entertaining setup here with the fellas.
We gotta move some furniture.
Hey,
Move some stuff around,
I
baby.
see. And as you said, D, Baron Corbin coming to Raw.
Yeah, see, him and his hairline's coming in.
Oh,
come
I had to let him slide him. And then the whistle blew. That was better that time. But it's a Flex Zone. Only place giving you sports how you want it when you need it. Live on that Facebook, Flex Zone 1, Instagram, Twitter. We got a Twitter poll, D.
The Twitter.
Who's the most dangerous team in the playoffs? We'll talk playoffs, basketball playoffs in a little bit. 76ers, Wizards, Rockets, Thunder. Don't say nothing, Crevonte. But what we will say, this week we're going to continue that mock draft train. Actually, a little bit over a week away, Crevonte.
Wow, it's really coming. I feel like the draft is getting later and later.
Yes,
year.
it'll be in May next year. It's in Texas this year, right? In Jerry
At,
World.
Jerry World, yeah.
AT&T?
Yes. So this week we highlight 11 through 21, but more importantly, 13 to 16. Your Redskins, our Ravens. Let's get straight to it.
All right.
The floor is yours. Number 11. Who do we have, and what do you see happening?
All right, we have number 11. That's the Miami Dolphins. I feel like they're going to go quarterback here, and I think they're going to make an intriguing pick. Baker Mayfield.
Ooh.
I think they're going to shake things up with Ryan Tannehill because
In South Beach.
he needs some. Oh gosh, I didn't even think about
Just had
that.
thought there.
But I think this is good for Ryan Tannehill. Put some fire on his butt. I mean, Baker Mayfield's definitely not going to start. You know what I'm saying? He gets to sit, soak up as much as he can, and possibly play for the next two years. Maybe
I think
sooner.
they can get out of that Tannehill contract after this year. They possibly can.
Possibly, and but you know, it was a very organizational friendly contract, built in a lot of incentives and things like that. So I think that's going to help, you know, and plus they get a viable backup.
Baker, South Beach. So we went from Mayfield does Manhattan to Baker and South Beach. So either way, it's like he could be somewhere lit.
Oh yeah. But see, the New York media isn't exactly the Miami media.
They don't even show up to the games till it's halfway over.
Miami's not even a big
true.
sports town.
Yeah, they're more
honestly.
party scene. I agree.
They're the turn up guys. And at 12.
Go ahead.
Another intriguing pick by the Buffalo Bills. Lamar Jackson.
Ooh.
I love it. Lamar
Yeah,
Jackson.
nice
Listen,
fit.
the Bills, I actually think the Bills may end up moving up in
They
the
have
draft.
2 first-round picks, right?
I think they will end up moving up, possibly into the top, maybe the top 5. Maybe trade with the Broncos. Who knows? I'm just doing
A lot
the
of
draft.
people saying the
and-
Giants because I think their GM is cool with the Giants.
Man, that's a lot to go to
Brass.
2, man. You talk about giving them a ransom, that's a lot to go to 2.
Yeah, it is.
It is.
It's a whole lot. The Redskins. Look at the Redskins. We got RG3, and that's from 6 to 2.
Yeah, I agree.
We talking about 12 to 2. I mean, you want to talk about give up the farm? You may give up a farm and a half for that. You know what I'm saying? But Lamar Jackson, I mean, he's a bigger Michael Vick, and we know how much excitement Michael Vick brought to the game. So I mean, and Lamar Jackson has a pretty good accuracy on him as well. And I think if the Bills stay here, Lamar Jackson falls right into their lap.
Speaking of Lamar Jackson, put the camera on me.
Speed up.
Brady said he liked this kid. You'd be a fool not to take him in the first round. You listen to one of the 3 greatest white Americans living. White Jesus, Tom Brady, and Elvis Presley. Here on the Flex Zone. You better listen to that, man. But as I say that, we move into Crevonte's territory.
13. Washington.
I'm anticipating this one. I've been thinking about it all week.
The Washington Goofies.
You said
Redskins.
it.
Sorry.
The cheapos, all that.
Whatever, man. As long as Daniel Snyder is in charge, I don't know. And at this point, I've been wanting Bruce Allen gone for a while now. But 13 is intriguing because a lot of good guys could fall at 13.
Can't mess this up because you got a lot to choose from.
It's a lot. Yeah, guys got a lot to choose from. I think Vita Vea's there. Deron Payne is there.
Wow.
Some really good.
You
defensive
love those
linemen.
D-linemen.
I love
That's
D
one
line.
thing about
That's the base of any great defense, the D line. But I tell you, over the past couple weeks, I've shied away because there's a better prospect there, even better than Vita Vea and Deron Payne. And that's Derwin James.
Wow.
Florida State safety. I mean, it's him and Mika Fitzpatrick, right there. 1A, 1B, right there. So I mean, he's a little bit bigger, same speed. You play him in the box, you play him deep third. I think Mika Fitzpatrick, he's been all over the field, but I think in the NFL, he would be a center fielder. Derwin James, you could literally put him anywhere. I'm not going to say any wild comparisons, Troy Polamalu, but
I see
you
Cam
could put
Chancellor maybe.
You could put, yeah, absolutely. That I think that's the biggest comparison right now. And you know, the Redskins secondary ain't been right since the late great left this world, Sean Taylor.
Then they trade away Fuller.
But oh my gosh,
And
trade away Fuller, and then we honestly haven't had any top flight DBs since the Josh Norman pickup, and he's going through injury, so hopefully he's back 100%.
so if you can get Derwin James or one of those prospects, because
Yeah.
you can get your pick.
I mean, there's a lot of great
you're
defensive.
coming in here Monday a happy man.
I better be. I better be. Now, always, depending on how their big board is looking, trading back is also a possibility.
I agree.
But if Derwin James there, I don't think they hesitate.
And don't forget Jonathan Allen did miss most of the year with injury, so he'll be back. So the D-line's still pretty solid.
D-line's pretty good,
Line
but I
Kerrigan's
love
solid.
depth. I love
Yeah,
depth.
I agree.
But, Derwin James, I think, is the best prospect at 13.
Put the camera back on me.
Uh-oh.
You cheap Redskins, Bruce Allen, Dan Snotty Snyder. You better pick who this man said.
I'm
Stop
just
being
saying.
cheap.
I'm
And
saying.
put the coupon book away.
Or
Now
just
blow
hire
the
me.
whistle on that, D.
That's right.
The whistle. That's right. We blow the whistle on you
Or
cheap
just-
coupon books.
Or just hire me as GM. Whatever. I mean, whatever
Hey,
works for you.
We'll take that too.
Whatever works for you. Who's at 14?
Moving on along.
Green Bay
14.
Packers?
14.
That bad man is
Y'all
he picking
memory, y'all
14?
memory's great, man.
The bad man picking at 14? I thought he was a bad man. Why is he picking so early?
Well, they was just, without that
He
bad
always
man,
taking shots
without
at
that
Aaron
bad
Rodgers.
man last year, they
I
was just
don't see-
bad.
I didn't see him. I thought, is he dating another celebrity? Okay, cool.
Oh,
Wait a minute.
man.
Wait a minute.
He always just shoot.
jab.
It's a new boss, a new sheriff in the MC North, and it's my first cousins. But we'll talk about that in a few months.
Listen, man, I think Jordan Nelson's gone.
He gone.
Wide receiver is a need, but I'm gonna go defense.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Josh Jackson,
Okay.
cornerback,
I like that for them.
cornerback out of I believe Iowa.
Yes.
6'1", 190, ideal size for a cornerback, and he plays really physical, a really good press guy. The Packers just lost
Randall.
to Cleveland.
Yep.
I think this
Marius
would
Randall.
this would be a really good replacement. And the bad man is going to be the bad man. So one way or another, the offense is going to put up points. Absolutely have to work on the defense. Now, the team I had to abandon, I had to jump ship, guys. I'm sorry.
It's the train is back, baby.
I
The
know.
Cardinals.
No.
Okay.
Matter of fact, they may also be looking to trade up because they need a quarterback desperately.
Badly.
This draft could be really. Even if you're not a fan of the draft, you should just watch at least the first round.
Gotta watch.
Which
that.
will be
It's gonna
on Fox
very-
this year.
Hold on, D.
What?
Where's it gonna be?
It'll be on Fox as well as NFL Network, because ESPN is always. So it's a lot of ways to watch the NFL draft this year.
Movement in the draft and with the TV presentation.
That's
of the
right.
draft.
ESPN and ABC will share the third day.
But I didn't do any mock trades. I left them at 15. Tremaine Edmonds.
The second best linebacker, probably.
Him
One and one A.
just like Mick Fitzpatrick and Derwin James is Raquan Smith and Tremaine Edmonds. Virginia Tech product. He has the potential to be an elite pass rusher. Like I said, arguably the best running back. The best linebacker in college football. And at 15, you're honestly just taking the best player available because all the quarterbacks are gone.
But think about the depth, like you said, all the positions that will fall to other teams.
Oh yeah,
Redskins,
it's going to get
teams
really good defensive prospects.
Yes.
Really good defensive prospects.
like that. I agree.
Oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Well, this is where it gets fun. D, Rod, stand by.
Oh.
Don't
Guys,
blow the
please,
whistle too
please,
early.
please stand by.
We're going to let you get in on it. Dre, you as well. But we got something for you as well then. 16.
16.
I'm interested to hear. I don't know for the record what he said. I have not talked to him about it. We're talking about it first time here on air on the Flex Zone. 16? Go ahead.
16. I mean, the obvious need is wide receiver, right?
So that means they're not going to do the obvious need.
Yeah.
This is what I think they should do, not what not necessarily what I think they will do.
Are you sure they need a wide receiver?
I mean, it's a couple. I mean, you go to a number. You could go a number of
Yeah,
places.
There's somebody out there.
That's right, Dre.
Wait.
We'll get
Say
to it.
SMU.
Well,
As SMUD, I don't know if you're familiar with this guy,
I am.
Cortland.
I am.
Cortland Sutton.
Cortland
Yeah,
Sutton.
Cortland Sutton's pretty good.
Listen, only because I reached, because I reached last week with,
Really?
with
Going to
Calvin.
Jimmy G. We like that out
I
today.
reached,
We like that.
and I had Calvin really going in 9. Now the next best wide receiver is Cortland. Really good speed,
Great size.
really good size. I think this is a nice combination between Anquan Bolden with a little bit extra speed because he's a little.
And he's been working out with Anquan Bolden.
which
That's
I think
what's
is
up.
perfect. Which I think
That
is
is perfect.
perfect.
Good job, Q.
I
Do you
think that's where the Ravens should go, not necessarily knowing where they will go. Guys, please.
Yes,
I
jump in.
I just got one question.
What's up?
What do you think about DJ Moore?
I think he's the third best wide receiver in the draft.
Okay.
I think he's the third best.
The third best, okay.
Behind Ridley and Cortland.
So we'll probably hear his name
So
at some
so
point.
I mean, local kid, you're gonna get a good product, low undersized. He's gonna need a big guy to complement him, whether it be the tight end or a guy on the other side. He needs to complement. I don't think DJ Moore would be your number one guy. He could play on the outside, but I don't think he'll be your number one guy.
Okay.
Do you still would you take him, Roger? Because you asked about him.
Oh, DJ Moore, no doubt. I would definitely take him.
And he's a local, and he's a local kid.
Definitely
So
take him.
all for him. He's a good prospect, but I think he's the third best receiver.
You think the Ravens might pick offensive line in the?
Heard a lot about linemen.
Possibly.
They need
The
a
kid
center.
from Notre Dame who played with Stanley.
Yeah, that wouldn't be bad.
Yep, Mike, offensive tackle,
Yep.
Notre Dame. He'll
Yep.
definitely be there. Obviously, Quentin Nelson is long gone, but offensive line is a possibility. But I think the glaring need is wide receiver.
They
They
have to
definitely
make a
is.
playmaker, as you said.
They gotta get a
Yeah.
playmaker,
And
and they gotta use the drive to do it because they got coupons right now, and them coupons
That's right.
alone is not getting the job done.
Matter of fact, DeCosta, you want to be the man.
The monster.
Like Ric Flair said, to be the man,
Woo!
you got to pick the right player in the first round.
That's right.
Let's see if you can do it and live up to the Hall of Famer Isaac.
San Diego.
Oh, you know I love my Chargers,
San
man.
Diego
San
I
Chargers.
mean, L.A. Chargers. L.A. Chargers.
Your boy Flip.
Oh
Rivers.
wow!
It's
That's gonna
okay.
take some getting used to, man.
Yeah,
It
it's-
does.
it's
So-
okay.
San Diego, man. Y'all shouldn't have took that team away.
Hey, look, Flip is not getting no
But
younger.
LA, man.
What do they do with Flip? A lot of injuries last year. Mike Williams, Forrest Lamp. What do they do? They are a
And
playoff team.
Keenan Allen. When Keenan Allen's healthy, I mean,
Oh,
Phillip
oh,
Rivers,
big time.
he could play forever.
And Antonio Gates still going on.
Yeah. Actually, I'm not gonna go offense. I'm not gonna go offense at all. I'm gonna go defense.
Okay.
A guy I think the Redskins would be considering. Vita Vea, Samoan guy, University of Washington University. Well, no, the Huskies. He went to the same school as Danny Shelton. 340 pounds. The boy's about 6'5". He runs like a 5. It's scary.
Wow.
He's scary,
It is
and you gotta throw the tape in on this guy. He is terrifyingly scary, very, very disruptive, and the Chargers already have a pretty good D line as far as pass rushers is
boy.
concerned, and him to be the run stuffer, and my only concern with him is will he be on the field on third down? That's the only thing. He's a big guy. I don't know how long he would last on those long defensive drives, but I think. And he's falling. Vita Vea is actually a nice high prospect. We're at 17 now,
He'll fall in someone's lap.
and I think he falls to LA.
Yeah, that'd be great for them.
It will be. They need some defense with Bosa and Ingram. Phillip ain't getting no younger, or as they call him, Flip.
Flip.
Seattle Seahawks.
Ooh, boy.
Goofy. But go ahead.
They are goofy.
I think I'm gonna go defense once again because another top prospect falls. It's go like we said before, a lot of good defensive prospects are gonna fall. Another guy the Redskins looking at, I'm really high on this guy. We have a couple of his teammates already on the team. He's a member of the Roll Tide, Alabama.
Woo!
Annoying. Yes. Alabama annoying. Roll Tide. Deron Payne.
Oh my God.
Deron Payne is a maniac. He single-handedly. I'm not gonna say single-handedly.
Took over the playoffs, right?
Yeah, the whole both games
Yes, he
really
did.
took over. And every time I see him, Skip Bayless always says this. He jumped off my screen. Every time there was a play to be made in the backfield, there was some type of loss. And the Bulldogs got some nice running backs over there.
Yeah.
They do. They got two of them.
A lot of them got
That will
times.
probably go late first, early second.
A lot of times they were stuck. They was crunched up in the backfield. Deron Payne was a big reason why he jumped off my screen. He made a lot of plays and very, very disruptive. My issue with him is where would he play? He would probably play anywhere along the defensive line, but he's not really a defensive. He's not really a nose tackle. Maybe a DN. I don't know if I think he'd be probably best on the inside. I'm not sure if he would be necessarily a DN. With the Seattle Seahawks, gotta put him inside. Definitely put
They
him.
need all the help they can get on defense after getting rid of everyone.
And
Number 20.
Cowboys, Dallas.
You listening, Dre?
Oh, boy.
Now see, the Cowboys would love for Calvin Ridley to somehow fall.
Especially now.
Past the Redskins, past the 49ers,
Or Mr. Moore. One of them.
past.
Well, he's on the board.
And he is definitely still on the board, but I think their glaring need is on the defensive side of the ball.
I tend to agree.
Cowboys defense has been there let down since since DeMarcus Ware left. I guess I don't know. Rasheed Evans, another Roll Tide, or another Alabama.
We ain't doing it.
No, you're not. No, you're not.
Yeah.
definitely
Go ahead,
not.
go ahead, get some water.
Back to back Alabama guys going. The next, I think he's probably the third best linebacker in the draft, and Sean Lee's not getting any older, really injury prone. They need somebody to replace him.
Yes, they do.
Now, Rasheed Evans will probably play outside, but if Dallas switches up their defense again, I don't know. But they definitely need to get better in the linebacking core. The defense as a whole, but the linebacking core.
And rounding out this segment, 21.
20. The Lions. Lions are at
Yes.
20. Detroit Lions are at 20.
20. Okay.
They go a number of different ways.
New coach.
New coach.
Defensive coach.
There's guys still on the board. Running back is a need. Guys on the
It
board.
is.
But once again, another good defensive prospect has fallen. We're going on a run, guys.
I noticed that.
Marcus Davenport. Really good elite pass rusher. He will definitely be a specialist for the Lions. The Lions defense has never been high, low. They all been somewhere in the middle. A pass rusher, and a nose tackle, or a good interior defense will always take you far. And I think Marcus Davenport will be a great pass rusher, a great addition to the Lions. And 21, Cincinnati Bengals. Number of different ways they could go. I think offensive line is their biggest need.
Yes.
Somebody help me with this guy, the guy's last name from Notre Dame, Mike McGlinskey.
I think
Zelensky.
Yeah.
Offensive
Yeah,
tackle.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Yeah, they need offensive line help bad.
and you could either go, I think offensive tackle would be the best bet here because, like I said, Quentin Nelson is long gone. He's long. He's probably gonna be a top 5. He's definitely gonna be in the top 10. Definitely needs some offensive line help. A lot of guys are getting old up there, and believe it or not, you still gotta protect Carrot Top.
Just guys.
And I think that's gonna round out. I think that rounds out the second portion. What you guys think?
Loved it.
Hey, man, you did your homework.
And y'all did it off the
Did your
top of the
homework,
head.
brother.
I tried, man.
That's why he
Top of the head.
But
he makes me look good.
I got one other question. This is nothing to do with the draft.
Cool.
But I mean, you brought it up earlier. Where do you think Dez is going at, Dre?
Yes, if you don't know, I'm throwing up the X with you because we want him here in Baltimore. Reports are saying the Ravens have been the most active trying to get him. But we know Dez is his own person. Dre,
we need him. I mean, ain't no want. We need.
I agree.
I mean, it's one thing that they were naming Crabtree and John Brown, but you talk about making a splash because this is it. John Hart. Which camera do I look at, my man?
Right there in the red.
Oh,
the red.
red.
If the Ravens do not make the playoffs this year, John Harbaugh,
They're not gonna make the playoffs.
D say it?
You're fired!
They're not gonna.
That was really good.
Yeah. So get everybody. Throw the whole kitchen sink at it. Empty the bank account. Do whatever you need to do. I'm not saying put the whole bank account into Dez Bryant. But what I'm saying is, if you go and get fired, go out with a bang. Get everybody. Get everybody that you need. Dez Bryant, we need him here. You put Crabtree there, John Brown. Do they still have Mike Wallace too? Or
No,
Mike Wallace in Philly. He's in Philly.
Mike Wallace is gone. So wait a minute, they don't got Mike Wallace or
And that's where Dez needs to go.
or Macklin.
He needs to go to
They
Philadelphia.
got
So-
Go there.
They got too many people already.
Too many personalities, not gonna work.
So
If you want to win, go there.
They said that I saw on the list it was the Ravens, the Bills,
Patriots.
Green Bay.
Green Bay,
Saints.
and the Saints.
New Orleans.
As if they need them.
With the top 14.
No Redskins? You don't want them?
But
I know.
Heavens no! Oh my God, I'm tired of
Him and
getting
Josh Norman getting along? No.
I don't know, but Josh Norman actually said, he respects Dez Bryant a lot, and he has a lot left in the tank. But
I was surprised by those comments too with Josh Norman. I was like, really?
well, see, guys, you guys got to separate the player from the man. That's just competitive nature. Him and Odell do that. Him and Dez do this, and they're competitors. So naturally, that's how it looks like they hate each other. But off the field, they're respectable people, and they respect each other. But I actually took it to Facebook and Twitter, a couple other social medias.
What was the
Redskins, don't touch him. That's it. I just want you to listen to me very closely. He's a free agent. Leave him alone.
We'll take him in Baltimore, as Dre said. Throw up the X.
But
What were the people saying now?
the people,
Gotta go with the people, like The Rock.
nah. There are a couple. I am in a couple social groups that pose the question. Would Dez fit in DC? I personally don't think so. I'm tired of picking up these old Cowboys and trying to call them Redskins. We picked up Orlando Scandrick. I feel like that's enough for off season.
Yeah.
And Dre, she comes with him as well.
But Dez Bryant, he has a chip on the shoulder. So I mean, you're gonna get a guy that's gonna work hard. So I feel like he would be perfect in Baltimore.
Well, check this out. You can come to Baltimore, Dez, but you have to catch the damn ball.
Oh boy.
Catch the damn ball, Dez. I've seen too many drops in them highlight videos, so you better catch the football if you come here.
Do you want Mr. 88?
I mean, the Ravens are desperate, so I guess you can say yeah. But I don't think he would fit here, man. He needs to go somewhere where he's not the number one option.
He won't be the number one option here.
I'd say either the Saints or Atlanta. Go to one of them two spots.
Oh boy.
Ooh, Atlanta.
Ooh.
Wow.
But
He's not gonna get the ball in Atlanta. He gonna hate it.
Well, the way Matt Ryan be playing, your dog be disappearing. He be in the doghouse, so he might get the ball.
I would say, I would throw the Giants out there,
Green
but
Bay.
you see what happened last year when you threw too many.
Listen,
weapons
man,
out there.
they need to figure out what they're gonna do with Odell. And they bring on Dez Bryant at this current time for the New York Giants would be the worst thing they could do.
It would.
Because that's basically pushing Odell out the door. And Odell's not going to. He just showed up to not
off-season
quite
workouts.
off-season workouts.
Well, look, I'm throwing up the X. I'm throwing up the rock. Bring Dez to Baltimore. We'll take him. Because the Ravens going to the playoffs.
Well,
Remember, you heard
the
it
only
here
way the
first.
Ravens gonna pay is going to use some burger bucks.
What did we call them? The Birkin coupons?
That's right.
2 for $6.
And wait
Bring it out.
a minute, to close out the segment, though, I want to allude to a point that Crevonte had made when we first started the show. Dez Bryant is not a top 5 wide receiver. So
Hasn't been for a while.
and it's questionable top 10. So we need to really pause. I mean, he's good, but
Oh no! Don't break the bank. Don't break the
but
bank.
he's not.
Don't break the
He's
bank.
not bank worthy. You
Probably
know?
be a
Well,
one.
we
or
don't
two
have
deal.
any money to break the bank with. So.
That's why we're gonna use them coupons, baby.
Yeah,
We
you
might
got
have
it.
to borrow something from Dan Snyder and Bruce Allen.
I mean, look, Jerry Jones and them. Well, Jerry Jones actually won it, but Jerry Jones said he got outvoted, and had to have a meeting with Dez Bryant saying, "Hey, listen, love you, but I got outvoted.
I mean, it was the same thing with T.O. Jerry really didn't want to get rid of T.O., but you know, when you're in a position where you have to,
You have to answer. You have to answer. I mean, Jerry Jones is still the owner of the Cowboys, but he still has a council that he has to, abide by to a certain degree. And Dez Bryant is going to cost them a lot of money next year.
Yeah.
so I couldn't blame him. He
you
wasn't worth all that
No,
money.
you couldn't.
It was a business. It was a business move.
Remember you brought Hurts in. You kind of knew what was going on.
Yeah, Alan Hurts, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And I think they do take a receiver in round 1. That's just me. They go with another splash.
I think if Calvin Ridley, which he probably will, I did reach for him at 9. Calvin Ridley will probably be there in the mid first round. Now, whether you guys take him or not will be the question. If he gets past the Ravens, I think the Cowboys get him.
I agree. Well, our next segment, D. Time to blow the whistle, baby.
That's right.
Here we go.
NBA playoffs. We've been waiting all year, all 82 games.
It's gonna be fun.
This long season, and I'm gonna get straight to it.
Yes.
The ABL. You saw LeBron go down last night. It's one game, but look at those cameras and smile. Give him that Magic Johnson smile.
Yes. We tried to tell y'all that this Cavaliers team is not the same team for
Had
the
to go
last
straight
couple
to it.
years, you know? Jordan Clarkson, Nance,
Bunch of cast off
Hood.
makers.
other cats, they haven't
Other
been in the
goofies.
playoffs.
Kevin Love, where you at, baby? I need you.
And look,
9 points?
oh yeah.
Tristan Thompson not even in the rotation.
Yeah, didn't he have
Because
him?
he has personal problems.
Oh, boy. Oh,
He
boy.
got personal issues.
Yes, he do. And look, when the whistle blew yesterday and the ball tipped
Lord
off,
Jesus, why
the
he got
Cavaliers didn't
Why
stand
he
a
got
chance
props? Why he
yesterday.
got props?
Well,
You lucky this is
Well,
not bold.
Well, I'm not going to.
But it's only one game, folks.
Exactly. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
disrespect LeBron just yet. It is just one game. But shout out to Victor Oladipo,
Yes.
Miles Turner,
Most improved player.
no
No rushing.
Darren Collinson and Lance Stevenson, man. You see
Plays-
that dunk?
He
yesterday?
plays good against LeBron.
Did y'all see that?
He
dunk?
brings his game against LeBron.
Oh my.
He does a lot of
goodness.
goofy things, though, but
Yes,
He
he's
plays- hey,
man.
extremely goofy, but shout out to the Pacers. This is one game, a very valuable game one, but you have to make sure you don't get too ahead of yourself. This is still LeBron James. This is still the man who always gets out the first round. So just take it one game at a
Oh
time.
yeah, ain't no
First-
doubt. He's gonna get out the
keep it
first
moving.
round.
First round loss.
Keep it moving.
12-0.
Are you guys done?
Oh,
Is
boy.
it
I'm
fin-
done.
is-
No. Ain't
I'm
no
done.
doubt he's getting out the first round. Ain't nobody
is-
sitting here saying
is-
that.
Is you finished or is you done?
No.
Because what we need to
Go
address
with
is
Joe
the
Rogan.
fact.
Can't write that down.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Don't pay attention to these fools over here talking about anybody but LeBron. Look, LeBron James is definitely getting out of the first round without a shadow of a doubt. It was one game, ladies and gentlemen. One game. Do you really expect LeBron James not to get over the hump of the Indiana Pacers?
See that
Victor-
attitude right
Victor
there, Dre.
Oladipo?
Right there.
The attitude is, okay, it's
Can-
Victor, but then we have a king.
I'm about to put this upside down.
And yesterday was
Yeah,
Sunday. And what I did was I turned in my Bible
Oh, boy. Here we
Oh,
go.
and I
Lord.
turned
Here we
and
go.
I got to the King James version.
Oh,
I'm
boy.
out of here. I'm out of
And
here.
in the King James
I'm outta
version,
here.
You know the
They
King,
say-
I'm outta here.
the King James version didn't show up in the first quarter. I
It's
think
a-
that was a part of that whole deal. What happened to that King James third?
so he had a triple double.
Look,
He
it went-
had a triple double.
So he lost the game.
He lost by 18 points.
Sound like a stat stuffer.
Blown out.
Sound like a stat
It
He had
stuffer.
a triple double
Stat stuffer.
and gave
Maybe-
everything that
maybe
he
instead
had
of being
on the
in the
line.
King
But
James
yet
version, you need to be in the
You're
new
stretching. You're
international
reaching.
version.
You're reaching. You're reaching. He gave everything he had.
A triple double in a playoff game.
Bro,
That's nice.
it was a stat stuffer. Yo, did you see how he got it? Did you see the game?
Did you see how many free
He
throws
didn't even
missed?
play. He basically didn't even play the second half.
He didn't.
I mean,
He didn't.
trash. Like
So-
the whole full quarter,
so-
I saw nothing.
so
The
when-
full quarter, I saw nothing.
So when Russell Westbrook gets a triple double in the playoffs, it's trash too.
He wins.
Bro,
He wins.
what happens? Does the team win? Does the team lose?
He wins.
Anybody could have beat the Jazz yesterday.
I'm saying,
Look,
does
it
he
was
win?
one-
That's what I'm saying. Triple doubles are becoming the norm.
No.
Ben Simmons was a rebound short of getting a
Yeah.
triple double. Like triple doubles are not what they used to be.
If they weren't,
They're not.
then
Because the
everybody
game
would
is
have.
so
Everybody
much
would have.
softer now.
Everybody would have him. Look, LeBron James is still the best player in the league. He will get out of the first round.
How
and
many
he
games?
will be fine.
Is it going to be a gentleman's sweep? They're going to get 4
I think
in a
it's
row?
going to be 6.
Okay.
I think the
And
They ain't got
that's
to
not
win
good
four straight.
news for Cleveland. That's not good news for Cleveland.
because I'll say that the gap in the East is definitely closing,
I agree.
and that I think this is his last kind of skip hoppity, trailblazing, whatever
This is
merry
the
go
last
round
hurrah.
ride to the to the finals. But I think that from this after the season, it's definitely going to be the whatever gap that there was is definitely closing with Boston doing what they're doing. The Sixers will definitely have more experience.
Oh my gosh.
The Pacers.
I don't trust
Toronto
I don't
fair
trust
game.
I don't trust the Raptors. So I don't.
I don't
As
trust
you
them
shouldn't.
either.
As you
I
shouldn't.
trust Drake, and anything Drake touches is gold.
I think
Except
the
for
Pacers-
sports. Except for sports.
I think the Pacers do get better, and I think that the Wizards will be forced to make a move to put them in the finals, or at least Eastern Conference.
So
Finals.
before we get on the Wizards, how many games for the Cavs to beat the Indiana Pacers? Because you think it's inevitable.
I think it will be 6.
Raj?
I say it'll be 6-2.
I think it will be 6.
I think the Cavaliers will win the next game.
They can't
It'll be
stop
6.
anybody though.
It'll
Their
be 6
defense is
games.
They can't stop a
horrendous.
nosebleed.
Seriously.
And that's the thing. They all thought they would make the whole trade and the whole deals, but it starts with the leader of the team.
Oh boy.
And when you don't play defense like he does, because he lacks off on defense. I know it's not supposed to be said, but he does. The rest of the team does the same. But they, as a whole, they have to step up.
Listen, I'm telling you. I seen LeBron or Victor Oladipo a couple times. And you know what I didn't see after that? Him put up too many more points after that. Because he's going to have to exhaust himself. He can't exhaust himself on both sides of the ball.
He can't.
Right.
He's been in the league 15 years.
Right.
He's playing so well offensively, but his defensive game took a back seat.
Yeah.
He can't do both, especially on this team. And he's going to have to do both.
And they look at him like he got to do both.
And LeBron is going to run out of gas. He going to get a cramp or something goofy is going to happen. And, they're going to end up losing. Not in the first round, but they're going to probably end up losing.
If Toronto can dispatch of the cheese whiz quick, fast, in a hurry, look out.
Listen, man, game 2 is important.
I was gonna say, go ahead and talk about your Wizards.
Yeah, go ahead.
Jeez whiz.
Game 2 is very, very, very pivotal for the Cavs and Pacers. If the Pacers somehow pull out game 2, this series is going 7. This series is going the distance. That's how I feel. The Wizards, I have no faith. I have nothing. It's nothing behind this. It's nothing behind it.
I think you box it down.
It's nothing. It's
Crevonte, statement moment. You got to toss the cap, son.
listen.
You just got to toss it out. You just got to take it off.
It's only one game, as y'all said. Only one game.
Later on. I'm not having any faith. That's
Maybe
why
in
I'm
a
not
couple
going to toss it. I'm not going to toss it right now. Game 2 is. I don't even think it's pivotal. I think they'll lose the first 2 games. The Wizards have shown that they don't play well on the road.
Right.
In the regular season or the playoffs. So them being down 0-2, it will not be surprising to me. I actually think they'll end up losing probably in 5 games. But I feel like the Wizards don't have it down the stretch. Because they're in the games.
Yeah.
They're not like they're getting blown out. They don't have it down the stretch. When it comes down to the stretch, I feel like if John Wall doesn't make the play is not going to get made.
And it's just so sad because last year they looked so much together, and this year they just look so discombobulated. I mean, Gortat taking a huge backseat this year. Mahimi is just not playing well at all. Kelly Oubre can't hit a 3-pointer to save his life, and Otto Porter's he's scoring 15 or he's scoring 5 points a game. I'm not sure which team I'm looking at. I don't understand.
No one knows.
I don't get it. I don't understand why they took a backseat this year. I don't understand why coaching is. Scott Brooks ain't doing a good
I'm
job.
about to say that. Well, that was the first
listen,
mistake.
It's just been a big cluster.
To me, that was the
Franklin.
first. That was the first mistake,
That's
and
what
that's
it's
why
been.
I said that. I think that the Wizards are going to be forced to make a move that's going to push them towards the at least the conference finals, because that's like the one goal. It was like this was last year was supposed to be the year. If not last year, definitely this year. And it seems like they're not.
It's a letdown. It's a letdown. That's just what it is. They're following the same book as all the other DC teams. They're let down. That's just a sad reality of it. And trust me, I've been a DC fan my entire life. I'm reading the same book, same chapters all over
But the
again.
thing that frustrates me is because it was just supposed to be different.
It's supposed to be the come out year. They're supposed to excel.
They came out all right.
I don't know. And it's not like they don't have the talent.
Right.
It's not like they don't. John Wall, Bradley Beal. If Oubre comes along, he gotta chill out a little bit. I like the dog in him, but it's not always translated well on the court.
Right.
Otto Porter. If we get the good Otto Porter, like the every other game Otto Porter, that 15 to 20 range. Listen, man, we could be a really formidable team. Like we could go to the NFC Championship potentially.
Yep.
But we're very inconsistent coaching, defense, and down the stretch. The last 5 minutes of the game is like, I don't know. And defensively, it's been a backseat. It's been a backseat for about 2 years now. Now, is that on Scott Brooks? I don't know. Sure, he definitely does get some of the blame. John Wall being out, that hurt. And we lost like 5 of the last 7 games or whatever going into the playoffs. Like, we barely clinched. It's just I don't have much confidence in this team right now.
No,
and the Raptors played particularly well in the first round. It's really until they run into LeBron where they start acting goofy.
Well, let's run through the series real quick, and we'll get each person's prediction real quick.
Okay.
We got the West Rockets, T-Wolves, 1-8.
Oh, we already know.
Your T-Wolves, they played well last night.
Rockets at 6.
Carl Anthony Towns has to score more than 8 points.
I'm not gonna say
He don't
sweep.
get the ball.
I'm not.
That's
Listen.
ridiculous.
Oh my gosh. You know what annoys me? Thibodeau. Thibs, baby.
Yes.
Knows nothing about offense.
He don't.
Yep.
He
Why
really
is Cat in the corner?
don't. Right?
Why is he in the corner?
And they getting guarded by Chris Paul and James Harden.
No, no,
And they
no,
don't
no.
take advantage of it.
I don't understand this one. Why they don't have Jamal Crawford and shooting guard?
Who? Not Rose.
Not Rose.
Come on, Wiggins.
Huh?
Wiggins?
Not Wiggins.
Teague.
Not Teague.
Tease your point.
Jamal Crawford and the other.
I don't know.
The dude with
Jimmy
the hair.
Butler? Jimmy Butler?
Yes, Jimmy Butler.
Oh,
Yes. Why are they
Not
not
a guard.
playing? Why are they not playing together?
He just said it.
Man,
He don't know
Man,
offense.
you done went through the whole team.
Ah,
You sound like somebody's uncle.
listen.
Oh, no, wait a minute.
What's his
Nephew.
name?
I'm gonna save it off.
Don't do it.
Five.
Don't do it.
Five. I'm gonna
games.
say 5 games. Listen, the Timberwolves are there. They have a really, really good defense. Like, they looked 0-4 Detroit Pistons-ish. Because this is a very high octane offense. This offense could put up points in bunches. They had 60 midway through the third quarter. This is James Harden in them.
Yeah.
That was putting up points in bunches. But their defense was holding them down for the most part. But they weren't scoring enough. You got to be able to score some points.
You got to score.
So, I mean, and they're there.
At least 100.
So
Got at least
I think they could get a game in Minnesota. So I'm going to say 5.
Longest
I'm gonna say
playoff drought
6.
ended with the
I say 6 too, because I think they'll get 2.
Thunder Jazz. We all agree.
I think
Brody.
Thunder and 5. I
5.
say.
I'll say 5.
I give it 5.
Jazz, if they win game 2, it'll be a series. If they don't,
But
it'll be a quick one.
I do have to agree with something that Kenny and Shaq both said. Melo, you have to score an average between 20 to 25 in order for this team to get to at least to the conference finals.
Ouch.
You have to
He
step.
ain't doing that.
I don't know about that.
You have to step up.
I mean, step up, and 25 is two different things.
He said 20 to 25, and then when Shaq was breaking it down, they said about 5 to 6 points a quarter. Nothing. They won't ask Melo to do too much. There's a basket here or there, and I think that Melo's capable of doing it, especially with Westbrook and Paul George. But you need that big. You know you need that.
But my thing is, because of Westbrook and Paul George, he won't.
Yeah,
That's why he won't.
Unit,
He just needs to just be productive and be active. Find other ways to get involved, because I mean, Paul George did his thug nizzle.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Gonna be on defense.
But my thing is that you're not gonna get that Paul George every game though.
Nah, you
Damn
don't.
sure you're gonna be on defense with him.
But you will get 100% Russell Westbrook. And not only will the Thunder beat the Jazz, they're going to beat the Rockets in the second
I didn't go
round.
that far.
And they're going to play the Warriors.
We're not even there
Big
yet. Hold on.
prediction, but okay.
We're not even there yet.
Remember where you heard it here.
So
Russell
It's not that
Westbrook
bold.
is going to play defense on
It's not
James
that.
Harden.
It's not that bold prediction. I will say.
Dre, I think you will see this Thunder team turn it up. Trailblazers Pelicans. This is an interesting
I got the
one.
Pelicans.
This is gonna
AD,
be
7 games.
I think this may go the distance.
Yeah, I can see it.
This series may go
AD's finally getting to showcase how great he is. You saw it first game.
And Rondo's didn't score many points.
He don't
because
score.
But he doesn't. But he does
He's the
this.
one player that don't have to score.
And the fact that he was able to hold McCollum and Lillard at bay was huge.
But I don't think that's going to happen throughout the series. I think Damian Lillard and McCollum is definitely going to go off. And I think it's time for the Trailblazers to make the second round. I really do.
They deserve it.
I mean, but they made it
But
before.
they've been
They made it before.
They just played the Warriors.
Yeah. And they played sadly the Warriors again.
So do we agree the Raptors beat the Wizards in the East?
Well, no, quickly the Warriors and Spurs, and then
Oh, I didn't even count that.
the
Series.
whistle blew. And
I'm sorry.
the Spurs had
the
no
old
chance.
bag of bones need to go. Like Pop said, ask Kawhi's people. Kawhi quit on his team. He needs to go from
Thank
San
you, Byron.
Antonio.
Thank you for saying that.
His tail in New York with his crew. He around the wrong crowd.
Brad the Brooms. Bring out the bro.
Yeah, and
those
I-
are back bounds.
The,
Bring
the
out the
Spurs
bros.
do have some fault in this
I
situation.
hate
Also,
it.
I do believe.
I hate it, but yeah, get it.
Oh yeah, it's definitely fault on both sides.
It's fault.
But
It's double fault.
Pop doesn't deserve this, but I love the shade saying ask his crew because Pop, the greatest coach in NBA history, knows what he's
Well,
talking
one of the
about.
greatest coaches. I ain't gonna say the greatest. One of the greatest.
Hey, look, Pop's great.
he's the greatest right now.
Well, go on.
And those old bag of bones, that's why I didn't mention it because they're getting swept. And Steph will be back. Team light skin, we back at it.
We look like we got to move to.
Oh, yeah.
East.
We got-
But the East, we can move this quick.
Everybody beats the West. We already know.
So 76ers Heat, do we? I think
It's
Sixers.
a tied series
Six.
tonight.
6.
I like the
And
Philly.
B should be back game
Sixes,
3.
sixes and 6.
Celtics and
I
7.
think it goes 7 just because of Dwayne Wade and still what he's been able to do.
Celtics Bucks, do we get a 7-game series?
Yes.
No.
Yes.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
I think so. It's
I'm
gonna
sorry,
be a dog
that
fight.
series,
It's gonna,
yeah.
it's gonna be a dog fight.
I'm picking the Celtics.
It's gonna be a dog fight.
Yeah,
Me
the
too,
Celtics.
Because there's gonna be a home game too.
Well, looks like we caught our time. But again, go to the
Twitter.
who's the most dangerous team in the playoffs? 76ers, Wizards, Rockets, Thunder. Feel free to chime in real quick if y'all have one.
Out of those teams, the Rockets.
I say the 76ers.
Well, as always, want to thank True Sounds for our theme song. Don't forget to like our Facebook page. Shout out to everybody watching, tuning in at the Flex Zone 1. Follow Twitter and Instagram at the Flex Zone 1. Questions, ideas, want to be a guest, send that email over to the flexzone1@gmail.com. Show is executively produced by the man to my right, the bar, Andre Melton, senior producer. Always got the shirts, Crevonte Hurd, host and moderator, yours truly, D, Raj. Until next time, D, blow that whistle, because we gone.
Peace. You're killing me, Smalls.
And make sure you check out that YouTube.